Hello guys, welcome back to the segment. So the most crazy thing happened yesterday evening with Omorodion's deal, which got up to 95%, almost certain that he was going to join Chelsea. But the report came out yesterday from various sources, not just Fabrizio Romano, but a number of credible sources saying that the deal has now collapsed due to some issues in the contract, some changes. It was reported that it's due to some significant changes in the contract, the terms of the contract, and for that reason, Atletico Madrid has now pulled their man back, collected their man back. Chelsea pulled off from the deal, so this man will no longer join Chelsea, and it's such a shame because he already did his medical in Paris, and then he traveled to London yesterday to complete the final aspect of the deal to join his new club. But right now, it's not going to happen anymore. Atletico Madrid have now decided to collect their man, and they also want to sell him as well, but it's not going to be Chelsea anymore. And rumors are also saying that, the reason why this deal broke down is because Chelsea, intentionally wanted to pull out of this deal so that they can set their sight on Victor Osimhen as the primary target right now for them to add to their squad. You remember that Chelsea actually sent Conor Gallagher as part of the deal to get some Omorodion. Chelsea and Athletic Madrid, they are not willing to allow this Conor Gallagher slash Alvarez deal to break down because of Omorodion's deal, because all of these deals are tied to themselves. But the two clubs are still happy to allow Gallagher, transfer to Atletico Madrid, as well as Alvarez also transferring from Man City to Atletico Madrid. And Atletico Madrid are now looking at sending another player to Chelsea just to balance the books, for this deal. And this player, according to reports, is João Felix, who already had one time done loan spell with Chelsea, but right now they are looking to send him maybe on a permanent basis just to cover up for Sam Omorodion, who's not going to be joining Chelsea, again, as initially planned. So despite this being a disappointment to Omorodion and, maybe a number of Chelsea fans who want the man to join, it could very well be a blessing in disguise for Chelsea, and Chelsea fans, of course, who want Victor Osimhen to join the club, because it will now focus Chelsea solely on getting Osimhen as their main striker, top target, top priority, for this season. And the money that they would have invested in Omorodion, they will now use that money to, channel into getting Osimhen and possibly add another money to it, and then try and get Victor Osimhen. And of course, Chelsea still have Lukaku, who is someone that Napoli wants to get by all means. As much as Chelsea wants to get Osimhen, that's how badly Napoli are looking to get Lukaku. And from experts now, they're saying that it's almost 70-75% that Chelsea, that Osimhen is going to join Chelsea very soon. But it still depends on how the negotiations go, from tomorrow and then following the next couple of days. And Osimhen, again, in the previous videos, he submitted a transfer request saying that he wants to leave the club this season. So let's see what happens. Chelsea in pole position to actually snap up Victor Osimhen and finally end that, transfer saga that has been going on for several weeks right now. But moving on to the next news, let me let you know that Iheanacho actually made his first official appearance for Sevilla in their preseason game against Liverpool. It was such a humiliating outing for them because they lost 4-1 at the hands of Liverpool. But again, Kelechi made his first official appearance for the Sevilla side. He actually played for 45 minutes and was substituted after the first half. But again, good minutes for the man, and that was the end of that Liverpool game. Was the end of their preseason, so they are going to look forward to starting the league. Hopefully, on a better scoreline, not like this Liverpool game. As for Super Eagles duo, Kevin Bassey and Alex Iwobi were in fine form as their Fulham side defeated Hoffenheim 2-0. Alex Iwobi was the man that made the difference, actually providing 2 assists for that game, and he continues his good run of form in the preseason. He actually scored in the previous game. We talked about that on this channel, and here again he provided 2 vital assists to help them get that win over Hoffenheim, and that was, the last game of their preseason. They're going to look to start off on a high note in this new season that's going to start this Friday, being the 16th of August. They actually have a match against Manchester United. It's going to be a really, really tough test, for Alex Iwobi, Gavin Bassey, and the Fulham side. But, we wish them all the best this new season. Going forward, there's still another of our Super Eagles a combative midfielder who did extremely well for his club side. And I'm talking of Frank Onyeka. Frank Onyeka actually had a meaningful appearance for the Brentford side as they played out a 4-4 draw against Wolfsburg. It was a very, very meanly contested game. Frank Onyeka didn't start that match, but again, he was introduced in the 79th minute and ended up playing up to like 11 minutes of the game. But again, the man continues to be a major force to reckon with for Brentford City side throughout their preseason. It's actually been a constant player, constant face for this side. And of course, their preseason ends with this game. They are going to now shift focus, to the new season, which is going to start this weekend. They have a match on the 18th of August, which is on Sunday against Crystal Palace. It's also a very interesting game to see. Hopefully, our man Frank Onyeka makes the difference for his team on that day. And then moving over to the Scottish Premier League, let's talk about Sarah Dresser, who was on target for his Rangers Football Club side as they defeated Motherwell 2-1. Dresser was on the score sheet, played for 90 minutes, had 4 shots, but converted just 1 goal. And of course, it was enough to actually give them the victory for that game. This is their second league game of the season. They actually started early on compared with the EPL and other leagues across Europe. They started with a match, first match against Hearts that was played on the 3rd of August, and they drew that game. This game was very important for them to, recover. And right now, they are, somewhere in 4th position with 4 points. Celtic obviously winning 2 of their games and occupying the 1st position with 6 points. But it's still very early. But again, it's still important for them to have a good start to the season. And moving on to the Championship, we have Super Eagles striker Joshua Oluwaseyi Maja, who scored a hat-trick for West Brom as they trashed QPR in the opening game of their EFL Championship. And Maja actually set a record, for scoring a hat-trick because the last time any West Bromwich player scored a hat-trick in their opening fixture was back in 1913-1914 league season. Great one for the man. Of course, he is someone who has a lot of quality, just that Nigerian, Super Eagles obviously has a lot of talent, and we are not even able to find some of these talents because they are scattered everywhere. Joshua actually made one appearance for Nigeria, for the Nigerian team back in 2019, but since then he hasn't really, been in the radar of the team. Hopefully, this season is going to be a great season for him, and of course, he's going to maybe get a shot at coming to represent the national team. But that's the update, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Like the page. Follow the page. Take care of yourself. Stay tuned. More updates coming soon.